Hello students, we have the next 4-5 lines with us. The poem, the remaining part of the poem, Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. In last class we started the poem. Now you see children, I hope you have written the summary. You see the next 5 lines. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Actually, the poet and the poem both are discussing about the destructive emotions that we have leading to destruction of our inner self and the world outside. Here, the poet is talking about emotions. They are very much related to fire and ice. The poet is telling that the world will be ended one day, and if it is destroyed, it is the medium of destruction will be fire or ice, because there are two opinions here. Some people are telling the world will be destroyed by the fire, the next the world will be destroyed by ice. In last class we discussed about fire. It was the human negative emotions, desire, greed and lust. Doesn't matter how much we are willing to satisfy, they are growing more and more. Similarly, the next is ice. The poet is telling, if it had to perish, perish means what? Perish means die. If it is destroyed, the world is destroyed twice. The world is destroyed again. What will happen? I think I know enough of hate. Here, ice is also a negative human emotion, that is hate. So, hate is also there. That is quite capable to destroy the world. To say for that for destruction, you know, ice is also great and would suffice. Suffice is what? Enough. It's enough. Quite competent to destroy. So in this stanza, the poet is willing to say that if the world is destroyed twice, the poet is telling this human emotion, the ice, the hatred, that is quite capable to destroy. That is very much sufficient. It means sufficient or enough also. So these human emotions are quite enough to destroy the inner self of human being and the world around. This is what the poet is telling. Now you see children, what are the human emotions that are related to us? Hate is standing for desire, for greed, for lust, and ice is standing for what? Hatred. Coldness, insensitivity. Ice is standing for it. We can say slow poison. You have heard about slow poison. What is the slow poison? Slowly and steadily it is going to destroy anything. That is slow poison. And this hatred, coldness and insensitivity, if we are destroying our own life, we are destroying the life of others. That's why the poet is telling, if we are talking about that, if coldness is coming, if hatred is coming, if insensitivity is coming in the heart of anybody against somebody, it means it is also a slow poison that is destroying the life of the person and these negative emotions are quite capable to destroy the world. Are hatred, coldness, insensitivity, desire, greed and lust, they all are quite capable to do destruction, to ruin anything. That's why the poet is willing to convey that we should control them. We must have to control, and we should have to lead ourselves by our good emotions, good feelings. Yes, our human heart is full of emotions, positive emotions, negative emotions. We are full of love, hate, anger, ambition, jealousy. Lots of things are there. What we have to do, it is up to us. It is up to us what we are choosing. It is up to us how we are living our life. If we are willing to lead our life in a better way for ourselves, for our society, for our country and for the world, we have to choose and we have to go for the positive one. If we are not willing to do, if we are not controlling ourselves, our negative feelings, our negative emotions, then certainly nobody is there in the world who will save us, and certainly we are going to destroy our life and our family's life, our near and dearest one life, and then after that our society, country, and no doubt the world also. We will be very, very dangerous, and that's why the poet is telling the world will be injected with these emotions. Now children, you come to the rhyme scheme of the poem that the poet has used. In last class, while teaching the poem The Dust of Snow, I have made you clear how to know how to find the rhyme scheme. What we do? The last word of the line. First we will write, you see, rhyme scheme. How to do? What are the last words? Fire, ice, desire, again fire, twice, hate, eyes, great, suffice. And we have to find out the word will same sound. Just suppose if it is A, it is B. It is B. Again fire and desire. It means A. Fire, desire, fire. It's A. Choice. Ice, choice. It is different. C. Again ice. B. Hate, great. C. I suffice. B. Did you get it? The rhyme scheme of the poem is AB, AA, BC, B, C, again B. Fire. If it is A, desire is A also. Fire again A. Ice, B, twice B, ice B, suffice. And your hate and great, they are C and C. So this is the rhyme scheme of the poem. Students, follow it through the reverse. I discussed with you that in this poem we have assonance. In this poem, right? Assonance is here. Repetition of vowel sound is here. We find alliteration also. Alliteration. When the poet is using word will. Word will. You see? Repetition of. What is this? Repetition of consonant sound. Personification is here. Personification is here, children. When the poet is discussing about fire and ice, he is giving them human power to destroy the world. That is personification. The whole image? That is the image of human face. It is showing the image of human nature. It is about we people, that is destroying anything. And then after that, students, the most important is anaphorism. Anaphor means repetition of same word or phrase in two consecutive lines. When we say, some say in first line, some say in second line. Here also we find the repetition of two words. Here we find alliteration, ss, some. That is repetition also. At the same time, it is called anaphor also, because the same phrase we have in two consecutive lines, the same phrase are used. That's why this literary device anaphor is used here. Now children, for you the summary in Hindi that I will give. Here the poet Robert Frost, the great poet, जो अपने पोएम के माध्यम से हमारे ह्यूमन फीलिंग्स के बारे में हमें जानकारी देते हैं तथा हमें ये बताते हैं हम कैसे डिफरेंशिएट करें अपने ह्यूमन फीलिंग्स, पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव ह्यूमन फीलिंग्स को, और हम कभी भी अपने नेगेटिव ह्यूमन फीलिंग्स को कभी भी हमारे ऊपर डोमिनेट न होने दें, डोमिनेट न करने दें, बल्कि हम पॉजिटिव ह्यूमन फीलिंग्स को ही हमें रूल करने दें। पोएट का कहना है कि वर्ल्ड कैसे डिस्ट्रॉय होगा, वर्ल्ड कैसे अंत हो जाएगा वर्ल्ड का। पोएट कहते हैं कि यहाँ लोगों के अंदर डिफरेंट विचार हैं, ओपिनियन है। कुछ लोग कहते हैं वर्ल्ड फायर से डिस्ट्रॉय होगा, कुछ लोग कहते हैं वर्ल्ड जो है वो आइस से डिस्ट्रॉय होगा। अब फायर से डिस्ट्रॉय होगा, पोएट कह रहे हैं मैं उनके साथ खड़ा हूँ, क्योंकि फायर जो है वो हमारे अंदर का छुपा हुआ डिजायर है, हमारे अंदर का छुपा हुआ लालच है, हमारे अंदर की छुपी हुई किसी भी चीज के लिए जो हमारे अंदर लस्ट होती है, हवस होती है, वो है। और ये जो हमारे अंदर जो नेगेटिव डिजायर्स हैं ये बहुत ही डिस्ट्रक्टिव होती हैं। जितना भी हम उन्हें दबाने की कोशिश करें, छुपाने की कोशिश करें, ये हमारे नेगेटिव डिजायर्स हमें लीड करना शुरू करती है अगर हम इस पर कंट्रोल नहीं करते हैं तो। और ये कभी भी सेटिस्फाइड नहीं किया जा सकता इसे, और ये हमें बर्बाद करके ही छोड़ती है। दूसरी तरफ पोएट का कहना है, आइस की बात करें, अगर वर्ल्ड फिर से दोबारा अगर डिस्ट्रॉय होता है तो आइस भी उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है, आइस में भी उतनी ही ताकत है, वो भी वर्ल्ड को डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकता है, वो भी एनफ है। इट इज सफिशिएंट एनफ टू डिस्ट्रॉय द वर्ल्ड, वो भी एनफ है डिस्ट्रॉय करने के लिए, क्योंकि आइस जो है ये भी एक स्लो पॉइजन की तरह है जो हमें पूरी तरह से बर्बाद करके रख सकता है। यहाँ पोएट आइस का मतलब हमारे इमोशंस, हेट्रेड के बारे में, हमारी जेलसी जो हमारे अंदर छुपी हुई है, या दूसरे के अगेंस्ट कोल्डनेस हमारे अंदर जो छुपा हुआ है, या इनसेंसिटिविटी जो है वो छुपी हुई है, ये पूरी तरह से वर्ल्ड को डिस्ट्रॉय करने के लिए काबिलियत रखते हैं। सो पोएट का कहना है हमें इन नेगेटिव इमोशंस को छोड़कर पॉजिटिव इमोशंस की तरफ जाना होगा अगर हम अपने आप को, अपनी सोसाइटी और अपने वर्ल्ड को बचाना चाहते हैं। That's all for today, students. I hope you understood the poem. You write the summary of the poem. You write the literary device, especially the lines in which you found the literary device of the rhyme scheme of the poem. Thank you, students. We will meet again. Bye.